My question, Megha Pant, for you is this. At a time when the attention of so many people has come on to Shraddha saying, why would an educated woman not get out of this relationship earlier on, that there was something wrong with her for being unable to get out of this, isn't it true that that's exactly the wrong way of looking at things? Instead, we need to understand why she was unable to get out of this relationship.
I think, Vishnu, that's a very good point that you raised. I keep saying this, that leaving an abusive marriage is not an event, it's a process. Or an abusive relationship, it's an entire process, because abusive relationships don't die, suddenly like a heart attack. They die very slowly, like a cancer. And I was in Shraddha's shoes, and I have to say this today, that I'm only lucky that I'm alive and happily married now with 2 small children. But this is not the fate that most abused women face. The problem is that women like Shraddha, despite their education, despite women like me also, despite our education, despite our exposure, despite being financially independent, we still don't know how to leave abusive relationships, because entering into an abusive relationship means you've been gaslit to such a great extent. All your shred of self-respect, dignity has been torn off you by your perpetrator and usually his family as well. And the perpetrator also is very manipulative. Let's not undermine how the power dynamics that are involved over here. The hold that somebody who's abusive, remember, for them, it's a manipulative game. It's a slow burn. They start targeting women who are particularly vulnerable. And again, I keep saying this, it's not like a perfect victim prototype or abla nari or anything like that. You can be a very modern, educated, westernized, independent.
We've got a few details of what you went through, but carry on with what you're saying.
Yeah. So I think women like Shraddha, first of all, you laugh again when I say this, that sometimes women don't recognize that they're being abused, because we have heard the narrative that any relationship mein, har relationship mein, ek do thappad to, they're valid, they are normal. I was told things like, behind every closed door, behind every marriage, at least in India, men are hitting women, and I have to put up with it because that's completely normal. So again, you're gaslit to such an extent. First of all, you're not unable to identify what abuse is. Then you're made to undermine your gut instincts. You're told that what you're feeling is not valid. So you're completely diminished. You're invalidated. You're being abused on top of that.
Yeah.
And it becomes very difficult to leave also, because remember, Vishnu, let's not forget the fear that nobody's talking about. Imagine, I had reached a point in my marriage where I was sleeping with a knife under my pillow, because I was so scared my perpetrator would come in the middle of the night and just attack me, and I had nothing to defend myself with.
No, that's just horrific.